Day ban on indoor dining coming to an end as restaurants prepare to open up their doors. How one local restaurant is prepping for the new epidemic order.
And a good Sunday morning, Mid-Michigan. We are tracking a few light snow showers for your Sunday. We'll take a look at your full forecast coming up.
And a scaled-back snowfest isn't stopping anyone from enjoying all the sights and sounds. How this tradition is carrying on through the pandemic. It's time to wake up, Mid-Michigan. It's Sunday, January 31st.
With coverage you can count on, this is WNEMTV5 News.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Also, happy last day of January. I can't believe it. Thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm Blake Keller, meteorologist. John Gross also here this morning. And I'm not sure how today is looking, because I thought when I was coming in it was going to be nice and quiet and calm.
Yeah.
And looking at Birch Run right here, it's kind of different.
A little snowy. Visibility's a little bit reduced. A little breezy out there. Not the sunshine that we had yesterday, but there you go for the last day of January as we chug along through 2021. If you're heading out for this morning, those are going to be the main two things we keep an eye on. Some light snow causing a few slick spots. Also your winds making your wind chills a little cold out there for this morning. We'll take you to Birch Run again. We'll get you the live view there on the big screen. Birch Run I-75, minimal traffic for 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning, but still you can see it looks like we are getting a few slick spots on some untreated surfaces or where the cars really haven't drove on so far this morning. So even your major interstates could have some slick spots this morning, so just keep that in mind. Temperatures right now will support that. Most of us below freezing in the 20s, mid-20s right now. We got 26 in Midland, it's 25 in Carroll, also 26 in West Branch. Another topic of discussion for today will be your winds, a little stronger than where we got to yesterday. Sustained numbers keep us at about 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusts at times near 20, but there you go. That's put your feels like temperatures or your wind chills, what we call it, into the teens out the door this morning. Make sure you're bundling up accordingly. Pinpoint Doppler radar, there you go. There's a look at the snow shower activity again, and some of this is moving throughout parts of Mid-Michigan, mainly south and west. A little nice band there, now starting to move throughout the Tri-Cities, a little bit more throughout Mount Pleasant and Alma, and also near the I-69 corridor as well. So that's what we keep an eye on as we go at least throughout the first half of today. Main storm system still sits off to our south, and that's where more of the heavy snow does look to fall as we go throughout this morning. Still, though, we're getting our fair share of some snow showers for your Sunday. Starting your day off this morning, temperatures overall mid to about upper 20s, it looks like, by the time we do reach lunchtime. And today is the last day of Snowfest. If you're going to be heading out, we'll have temperatures near about 30 degrees by later on this afternoon. Watch out again for a few of those snow showers. We'll take a look at your full extended forecast, what we can expect as we go into next week in just a little bit. Blake, we'll send it back to you.
Very good, John. Thank you. We are now a day away from lifting the ban on indoor dining at bars and restaurants. Tomorrow, dine-in services will be allowed once again, with some restrictions and a curfew. TV5's Kendall Keys spoke with one local owner who's prepping as best he can.
The ban on indoor dining will last 75 days until restaurants and bars can reopen on Monday. Jeff Wenzel, owner of Hex Bar, says his losses represent about the same percentage.
It's done a lot. I would say we're probably down 75%.
Hex Bar remained open in the past 10.5 weeks, completing carry-out orders 4 days of the week.
It did pay the bills, but as you know, make a living, no, there's no way we could sustain it.
The new restrictions in the epidemic order lasting from February 1st until the 21st include a 25% capacity limit and a 10 o'clock curfew. Here at Hex Bar, they're still set up from the previous guidelines when 50% capacity was allowed. To prepare for Monday and the 25% restriction, that means they'll be able to see about half of what you see now. Is it enough, though?
In the long run, I don't think so.
Wenzel's main concern is his employees. Luckily, he tells me he has been able to rehire all of them, but with limits on capacity and hours, the pay just won't be the same.
I'll be okay, you know, and it's my employees that I worry about, so you know, it's worrying how they're holding up and how they're doing.
It's the support from the community that has kept him going this long.
If it wasn't for the citizens, Carleton and surrounding area that come here for our food, we wouldn't be open.
And he hopes that support continues until restrictions are loosened even further. In Carleton Township, Kendall Keys, WNEMTV5.
The state expanding its COVID-19 safer dining program, encouraging restaurants to improve their ventilation systems. Now, restaurants can now hire a licensed HVAC worker to inspect their ventilation systems, and they'll recommend ways to improve air circulation to reduce the risk of spreading COVID-19. Restaurants completing the voluntary initiative receive a certificate that they can post, enabling potential customers to identify which businesses are committed to safer practices. Saturday, the state of Michigan reported 1,358 new cases of coronavirus and 104 deaths, 93 of which were identified during a vital records review. That brings the state's total to more than 559,000 cases, the death toll to 14,601. The new and more contagious COVID variant from South Africa has now appeared in another state. Maryland is the second state to report the variant after South Carolina announced 2 cases this past week. Experts say the new strains make ramping up the nationwide vaccination effort even more urgent. Saturday, a mass drive-through event took place at Coors Field in Denver, vaccinating about 5,000 70 years old and older. And developing this morning, 2 adults and 2 children injured after driving through a ditch and crashing into a utility pole. It happened on M25 in Sanilac County. Deputies say a 29-year-old Deckerville woman was driving with her 34-year-old boyfriend and 2 children. All were taken to the hospital for treatment. Authorities are reporting alcohol was a factor in the crash. The 34-year-old man was taken into custody for an unrelated criminal charge. An investigation is ongoing. And new details in the Flint water investigation. A former aide to former Governor Rick Snyder is asking a judge to dismiss a perjury charge, saying he was indicted in the wrong county. Jared Agin says the allegation is related to an interview he gave to investigators in 2017 in Ingham County, not in Flint or Genesee County, where the indictment was filed. Snyder is making a similar argument. He's charged with willful neglect of duty related to the Flint water crisis. A spokeswoman for prosecutors say they'll respond in court. Snyder, Agin, and 7 more people were charged 2 weeks ago after a new investigation into the Flint water scandal. TV5 News time right now is 8:08. Still ahead, a large crowd of high school athletes and fans gathered in Lansing for a Let Them Play rally at the Capitol. We'll hear from supporters who urge the state to lift winter sports restrictions. And coming up next, fighting food insecurity, how one local soup kitchen is providing meals to those in need. More local news, supporting those suffering from food insecurity. Dozens of Saginaw residents lined up for a hot breakfast at the Eastside Soup Kitchen. Now the drive-through distribution offering plenty of breakfast favorites.
Today we're having scrambled eggs and sausage and bacon and ham, and we have toast and we have oatmeal, so it's a nutritious hot meal for them.
It sounds good. Every Saturday, a Saginaw church will host the breakfast distribution, with the drive-through event happening at the Eastside Soup Kitchen every 5th Saturday of the month. Vino Wine Warehouse in Bay City will have its 3rd community chicken dinner with the goal to serve hospitality and restaurant workers as well as others in need. That starts at noon in the back parking lot. It is first come, first serve. Each person will receive 2 adult meals and 1 children's meal. TV5 News time right now is 8:11. A new scam making its way through mid-Michigan. What you need to know, that's coming up next. Plus, we're taking a live look over Saginaw this morning. Definitely can see gloomy conditions. We are definitely missing that sun today. John has a look at your full weather forecast coming up soon.
With coverage you can count on, this is WNEMTV5 News.
Well, good morning and welcome to Sunday. I hope the weekend has been treating you well so far. We are starting off this morning with a live look over Birch Run. You can definitely see those clouds coming in, maybe some snow in some areas. So just be mindful if you're headed out on the roads right now. But other than that, everything seems to look good at this hour. Thanks so much for waking up with us. Today is the last day of January. It is January 31st. I'm Blake Keller. Meteorologist John Gross is also here this morning. And I wish we could get a repeat of yesterday. It was actually a decent winter day. So I'm really hoping nothing's too crazy in store for us today.
Nothing too crazy, just a little coating of some snow, Blake. That's really going to be it for today. Nothing us Michiganders can't handle. So yeah, nothing too significant in the way of some snow, but just enough to make for a few slick spots. So just keep that in mind if you do have to do any traveling for this early Sunday morning. We'll show you what's going on in your neighborhood. We'll take you to downtown Saginaw, Huntington Event Park Center. You can see on our live cam there some snow shower activity for this morning. A little bit of a coating there on the roadways and the grassy surfaces. Temperatures right now keep us mainly in the mid-20s. It's 25 in Saginaw, 26 in Mount Pleasant, 24 right now in Houghton Lake. Winds will be a little breezy for today. That's going to be the other topic of discussion. From the north and east, about 5 to 15 miles per hour sustained. Gusts at times could be near 20 as we go throughout your Sunday. Feels like temperatures combining those two, making it feel like we're in the teens, and that's going to be the story not only for today, but the winds will stay pretty strong as we go throughout your Monday too. So expect those numbers not really to move too much over the next 24 hours. Pinpoint Doppler radar live from MBS. Again, some of that snow now moving in throughout the region, favoring mainly south and west of the Tri-Cities this go around. And that's where we really will look to see most of that snow shower activity continue to fall, at least throughout this morning. Main storm system itself, that sits off near Iowa and now starting to move east near Ohio. That's where they look to experience or have already experienced some more heavy snow, and will continue to do so at least for the first half of today. The main storm system, this is all going to be moving off towards the east as we go throughout the next about 24 hours. Starting your day this morning, though, we'll continue with snow shower activity again for most of us. If you're not seeing the snow showers, just expect mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures overall by your lunch hour, we're back into the mid to upper 20s. We'll get you an hour-by-hour forecast for your Sunday. Again, those snow showers more prevalent throughout the morning. Could have a few lingering into the afternoon. Other than that, more clouds. Temperatures we're near 30 by this afternoon. We'll take a look at what's in store for the week ahead and your full forecast in just a little bit. Blake, we'll send it back to you.
All right, John, thank you for that update. Well, starting tomorrow, bars and restaurants can resume indoor dining after a 75-day ban. Restaurants will have to remain at 25% capacity and follow a 10 p.m. curfew. Now, the state is also expanding its COVID-19 safer dining program, allowing restaurants to hire a licensed HVAC worker to inspect ventilation systems and recommend ways to improve air circulation, all to reduce the risk of spreading COVID-19. Meantime, hundreds of athletes and fans gathered at the state capitol Saturday, protesting the current pause on winter sports in Michigan. As TV5's James Felton reports, supporters of Let Them Play are trying to persuade the state to lift the ban that runs through February 21st.
This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. This is awesome.
St. Charles High School student athlete Brett Gardner, part of a large crowd in Lansing, urging state leaders to let them play. Winter contact sports are on hold until February 21st. Gardner doesn't understand why.
Wearing masks, stay 6 feet apart. We follow those rules. We follow all the rules that Whitmer is having us do.
Athletes from high schools all over mid-Michigan and throughout the state teamed up to make their voices heard.
Other states around us are playing, and I just want to know, why can't we play? Many schools, however, have returned to in-person learning by maintaining safe measures and practices. Our high school athletic programs should be allowed to do the same.
Why is eating in a restaurant and going to a casino allowed, but high school sports isn't? Where's the scoreboard and where's the data?
And these student athletes have plenty of support from others who want to let them play. Like former Detroit Red Wing star Darren McCarty.
Please, Governor, go to the science. Go to the science, or like Mr. Simonson said, give us an explanation. We've done everything you've ever wanted us to do. Please let him play. I love you. I look forward to seeing you back and playing.
And Beaverton Superintendent Joseph Pasalacqua.
I'm watching the destruction of our youth. You know, they're losing their sense of belonging to anything in school, and that is crippling them from wanting to go to school, They don't have any goals.
Along with State Representative Timothy Beeson of Bay City, one of a few state legislators on hand at the rally.
They're 17, 18 years old. This is the opportunity. In 2 years from now, they're the voters. We got to listen to them. The
huge turnout is what Gardner was hoping for. He's part of a movement to bring back winter contact sports now, not late February.
This means so much to me. I just want to play sports so bad.
Reporting in Lansing, James Felton, WNEMTV5.
In a statement, the governor's office says the virus is still a threat, and Governor Gretchen Whitmer is optimistic to take steps towards re-engagement in sports, just like they're doing with indoor dining. Now they're reviewing with public health experts for the safest steps forward. President Joe Biden is pushing to get new stimulus relief into the hands of struggling Americans with or without Republicans' help. The almost $2 trillion package includes $20 billion for a national vaccination program, $15 billion in grants for small businesses, and a third round of direct payments, $1,400 to most Americans. Democrats say they need to move forward after new numbers show 2020 was the worst year for the American economy since 1946, but it's a tough sell to Republicans.
Republicans can be there, but it can't just be spending $1.9 trillion pulled out of the air with no justification.
But if the Republicans aren't going to do it, then Democrats got elected not just to stand around and debate in Washington. They got elected to deliver, and that is exactly what we should do.
Lawmakers also struggling to agree on how to handle their own security. The FBI is offering a $100,000 reward for information on this person seen in this Washington Post video planting pipe bombs around the Capitol the night before it was overrun by an angry mob. The police officer killed in that riot will lie in honor at the Capitol this week, allowing lawmakers to come together to honor his service and his sacrifice. 5 of former President Trump's impeachment defense attorneys are now off the case, a little more than a week before the Senate trial begins. There was reported disagreement over the impeachment defense legal strategy, as Trump wanted the attorneys to argue the election was stolen through voter fraud. The attorneys hadn't received any advance legal fees, and former President Trump never signed a letter of intent with them. Former Trump campaign advisor Jason Miller says a decision about the new impeachment legal team will be made soon. TV5 News Time right now is 8:37. Coming up, a scabies outbreak at a Michigan prison. How officials plan to handle this situation. Across Michigan, the entire prison population at Parnall Correctional Facility in Jackson will be treated for scabies after a facility-wide outbreak. The Department of Corrections says they plan to treat more than 1,000 prisoners next week. Now, the outbreak was declared for one housing unit after several suspected cases were identified on January 22nd. About a week later, the outbreak spread to at least 3 more housing units. Now the entire facility is under a scabies outbreak status. The Detroit Lions have traded Matthew Stafford to the Los Angeles Rams for quarterback Jared Goff. The Lions also received 2 future first-round picks and a third-round pick in the trade. All right, TV5 News Time right now is 8:40. A blizzard in California, yes, left one family with a snowy surprise. How they shoveled themselves out of what they call a snow cave. And you are taking a live look at downtown Frankenmuth this morning. Snowfest 2021 in its last day today. So if you haven't checked it out, it might be a good day to head out there today. We'll have so much more coming up after the break. Well, today is National Hot Chocolate Day, and what a perfect treat for this cold winter weekend. Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The popular beverage created 2,000 years ago by the Mayans also has health benefits. Now, cocoa can help prevent cancer and it aids digestion. So definitely a great day for it, John.
Interesting. I was like, do I gotta help you out over there? It looks like you're having a little bit of a, maybe you need a cup of hot cocoa.
Definitely.
To clear your throat.
Just a little tickle back there.
That's okay. Cup of coffee for me, but we'll.
I'll drink all this sugar.
Yeah, maybe we can add a little bit of mocha into the coffee and we'll get best of both worlds. All right, let's get you a 7-day forecast. A little bit of snow today, could put down a light coating near an inch, so just be aware of some travel plans if you do have those for later on this morning into the afternoon. 29 tomorrow, a little bit brighter Tuesday and Wednesday. Groundhog's Day is on Tuesday. We'll keep an eye on Thursday and Friday. Looks like we'll have another round of some rain and snow to deal with, but we'll keep you posted on that as we go throughout the upcoming week. Blake, back to you.
All right, John. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us today. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Stay warm and stay safe.
Thanks for watching WNEMTV5. Watch us live wherever you are, on our website, our mobile, and on our streaming news app. You can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.